Transition Tuesday. I'm Jane. This is Joe. We are videoing this in November. Hard to believe that a whole year has gone by. We're halfway into Joe's last year of school, and we are thinking about the holidays. Celebrating inclusively. We want to give you some tips on how to do that. Whether you are planning an event for a community organization, a school, a class, a church, or just your family, it's good to consider some things before you invite. Some of these are obvious and some of them are a little more subtle. In the obvious category, physical access. So maybe when you send the invites out, ask if somebody has some challenges, maybe with, steps, or because they have a mobility issue, or maybe they have a visual or hearing impairment, and they might need some little, things to make their visit easier. So, ask, do you have any special requirements? Accommodations is another word for that. Here's an obvious one, dietary needs or allergies. Now, if you do something in a school, most of us recognize that you need to know, especially if you're providing refreshments, you have to ask for peanut allergies, lactose intolerance, or gluten, sensitivity, things like that. I have a really good friend who is so allergic to tomatoes. You have to just ask these things as a good host. You want to make sure that all of your guests can enjoy the food, the feasting and the fun, right? The less obvious things come under the category of communication. So are there any assistive technology tools that you might want to consider? So the Dragon software, it's free software that you can put on a tablet or a phone. It's a talk to text app. So if you have someone who has a hearing impairment, that's a really good tool because, yes, most people with hearing impairments learn how to read lips, but, they might also benefit from you being able to have a tablet where you share what you're saying. It's just a welcoming thing. Does a person need a communication partner? Well, that seems like a weird question. Joe is a great example. I might be busy if it's a family function, setting the table and doing the things. So I could designate someone who isn't setting the table and doing the things to be Joe's partner, communication partner. So they could ask, Joe, are you hungry? Or Joe, is there something you need? Yes or no? And that's good for Joe because Joe needs to know how to communicate with people besides me, right? Obviously, Joe is in favor of this idea. And then the other suggestion I have is picture boards. Picture boards. So what do I mean by that? So if you have young children and they are accustomed to using picture boards in school, they'll already know what this is. And it's a way to make people feel welcome. So what that would be is there's a variety of ways to use pictures, but a picture board would be like a list with using pictures of what the day is going to be like. So you come in, you have some food, we play some games, or, you know, whatever you're thinking. What is the day going to be like? So you have something that the kids can see, that grown-ups can see, so everybody knows what is this holiday event going to be like. The other way you can use pictures is to, and you can actually have fun making these, is to have the people who are coming, their picture, or design little name tags, and people can choose when they come in where they would like to sit, especially if you're having a big meal. Place settings. This is a great thing to do for people who have a lot of social anxiety and need order. This way, they already know where they're going to sit, who's going to be sitting next to them. They can be selective about where they'd like to sit, especially if there are multiple tables. It's a calming way to, you know, kind of calm anxieties. So there's lots of things you can do with pictures and, you know, written materials to help people feel comfortable. And then, what are you going to do about sensory overload? This is something that people deal with young children, people who have ADHD, people who are on the autism spectrum. You know, is there a corner of the room? Is there a space where if somebody is feeling, you know, stressed out because it's loud, people are talking, there's loud music, can they go somewhere to de-escalate their anxiety? So maybe there's a room in the house, maybe you could have like a little book nook, or somewhere quiet and peaceful. If the person loves pets, my cat and my dog would absolutely love to be petted by someone. So, I mean, think about some things like that. Is there a place for people who get super stressed out and nervous to go and have some chillax time? And then the last piece of advice we have for you is have fun. This is why we have social gatherings, to practice our social skills, to have fun, to be around people we like, to celebrate a holiday. It's all about having fun, y'all. So thanks for joining us today. That's our advice for planning social gatherings when you include people with disabilities. And we will see you next time.